Oh, thank you for the follow. Alright everybody, we got another game, and this is going to be on Northern Isle. On the bottom left corner of this map we got lilyal spawning as the green, to say blue undead. And who was that? I have to check it on this thing because my ticker is kind of bugged. So we got lilyal spawning as the blue undead player at the bottom location of this map, and on the top right we got priest spawning as the red human, and my WarCraft is bugging really bad. It sends my screen flying across for some reason. Priest opening up with a pretty standard human build order, nothing too very special about that. On the bottom left we got lilyal opening up with hero first. Death Knight is going to be the hero, and it's going to be versus the Archmage. Going to be a pretty standard thing, nothing too very special. Priest opting to go for a fully walled base, and this is a good time for me to reset my remote. Hi, I'm from Italy. Hello there. Good to see you. I'm from Afghanistan. It is good to see you as well. And I'm from India, just so you know. There you go, my remote is ready. So I'm not really aware about much about lilyal, but Priest is a pretty good player. A lot of people have been following Priest since a while. Although I'm not really very much aware about Priest's accomplishments. He is a known player in the WarCraft 3 scenes though. We got a Scout Acolyte coming in. I'm going to bump into that Footman. The Footman, it's very important to go out there with the Footman and scout around a bit. If you don't know what's going on, then that's going to be a big problem for you. Acolyte gonna stay in there. I guess he needs to know what hero it's gonna be. Without knowing the hero, he's not going to be able to plan out his tactics. So we got the human player going in for this orange camp over here. Oh wait a second, that's green camp, my mistake. Gonna be taking out the warden first and then going after the bigger ones. Undead player doing the same thing and creeping the same camp out, bringing each of the players closer to level 2. Priest actually sent his footmen all across to the way towards the base and reached lilyal's base. And what do we have here? Our friend from Italy says, read this. Pizza, pazza, paste, please. Acolyte gonna bite the dust, sadly. Scout Acolyte tried to sneak around a bit, but sadly had to bite the dust. Hero player gonna be creeping over here. Gonna get his Archmage to level 2. Samidios is now following. Thank you so much.
A player's forces are under attack.
Welcome to the stream once again. Priest gonna lose? I don't think so, bro. Priest is a pretty good player, and he seems to be going in for an expansion up there. His opponent is pretty far away though, and doesn't really seem to be having any sustainable army. The opponent is not even at level 2 yet with the Death Knight, so he's gonna be in a bit trouble. And there we go, level 2 on the Death Knight, using some skeleton warriors to finish off this job with the creeps. And he tried to go in towards the main base and switched attention, probably saw the corpses or something. Now going towards the expansion location, gonna spot the expansion attempt. He's gonna try and be super annoying, but that's really all he can do. He won't be able to stop the expansion from coming up. And what do we have here? Priest going in for... he's playing rather too safe, I guess. I mean, whatever lilyal can do is try to be super annoying, take out as many peasants as possible, delay the expansion, and that's really all he can do. He won't be able to stop it from coming up. Priest has two more workers over there. He could have kept it back at the expansion, try to build it over. Um, tier 2 almost ready for lilyal. First fiend is out. Going into Skeleton Warriors. Death Coil! There we go. One more peasant kill. Skeleton Warriors. Death Coil is working really well. Apply some pressure. Take out the HP and then Death Coil in. Ooh, it appears that the footmen are pressuring away the fiend over there. Almost got a good surround on the fiend and then got a surround on the Death Knight. But Death Knight managed to escape. The Unholy Aura, of course, coming into play. And this Town Hall is definitely delayed. I would say that I really like how lilyal is delaying the Town Hall despite of not really having the upper hand in this entire scenario. He has been able to delay the Town Hall just for a bit. So as long as the Town Hall is delayed, the teching is going to be delayed for Priest as well. Yeah, teching is delayed. That gives lilyal more opportunity to get his tier 2 stuff up and running, to get his Lich, to get his Slaughterhouse, the optional statues, meat wagons. Perhaps you can make some meat wagons to take out the base from long, and the other stuff that Undead players go for. Priest now gonna be creeping at this Goblin Merc camp. Hero is now level 3. Teching has begun near to about 20%. Here comes lilyal, and he's gonna be causing a lot of distraction here. The creeping is not done. The bigger creeps are still left to take out, and there goes a Death Coil. That footman got taken out. lilyal is doing great right now. Where's the Lich though? Oh right, the Lich is still in the altar. The Lich is not trained yet. And what do we have here? Priest still trying to creep that camp out, but lilyal coming in from the other side and going in with an interception. Defend being used on those footmen. The footmen are slowed slightly though, because of that same thing, and they're gonna be trying to focus the fiends. The fiends should be fine though. There's a lot of mana left in the tank of this Death Knight. The Death Knight is weak by the last fight though, the first fight on the expansion. But the thing about the Death Knight is that you can still keep it in the fight. It can run away real fast. It can regenerate real fast. It's basically a Superman, Undead Superman. So lilyal managing to get 2 footman kills in that fight. Priest pressuring away the Death Knight. Take out some of the Skeleton Warriors with that Arcane Tower. The expansion is up and running, and now is the time where Priest will breathe a sigh of relief. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Priest will breathe a sigh of relief right now, because his expansion is up and running despite of all the effort from lilyal, which were pretty close in delaying it even further. And an attempt over here, Priest could have been severely damaged over here with a lot of his footmen dying. Perhaps the Archmage being low as well, may have been forced back to his base or expansion and could not been able to complete this camp here. But he was skillful enough in the micro to push lilyal away. Now lilyal gonna be creeping this camp out near his base. Now try and get that Death Knight to level 3. Level 3 Death Knight, definitely better than level 2. Death Coil, you need that thing. Skeleton Scout Warrior going in. It appears that it wants to take out the Water Elemental. That is a pretty heavy Water Elemental, by the way. Level 2 Water Elemental will give you a good amount of experience, and it's pretty weak as well. This is something that you can do against human players whenever they're roaming around with their elementals. Death Knight will hit level 2 after this camp, and Lich will... Death Knight will hit level 3, I'm afraid, sorry. And Lich will hit level 2. 39 food army for lilyal, and Priest is currently having a 43 food army, but Priest's army is just footmen right now. He doesn't have any tier 2 stuff yet, except for his Mountain King, which is really the second hero and not any tier 2 stuff. So he got the expansion. Now is the time that he needs to take advantage of that. Mostly human players go for mass riflemen these days. Riflemen and priests is the thing that you want to do for versus Undead, and pretty much rifleman and priest is the base meta right now. Yeah, that's just what humans do these days. But priest is gonna oppose that, it appears. He's going to tech up to tier 3 and workshops. It appears that priest wants to go for some heavy weaponry. some expensive toys is what I like to describe them as. Priest wants to go in with some siege engines, and that's why he's dropping down some workshops. Usually you go for a third one as well, and you stockpile a huge amount of gold, and then you just basically play defensive. You play defensive, you just lurk around the map, you try to take out units like this, and then the cower away. And what do we have here? A third hero for lilyal. That's gonna be a Pit Lord. Pit Lord using that rain of fire in that gold line of the expansion. Managed to get some decent amount of damage, and if Priest doesn't pull away the peasant are gonna die. Dead peasant. That's a lot of dead peasants. A lot of them got weak too. We got a Spellbreaker on the field. The Elementals dealing some damage on the Obsidian Statue, while the Footmen trying to pressurize the Fiends. The Fiends are of course under the effect of the Frost armor. That's gonna be slowing down the Footmen over there. Dealing some damage on the Death Knight, and the Obsidian Statue got taken out by the Elementals, it appears. Priest right now losing almost the entire army, but the thing about this is, like, it really doesn't matter. All he has to do is keep the expansion and keep the enemy player busy. So far, lilyal has not detected the workshops yet at Priest's base, so he doesn't know what's coming. All he knows is that there is tier 3, but he may very well figure that out looking at the blacksmith and looking at Priest not getting too many units by now. But Priest is getting at least one Spellbreaker on the field. That would confuse lilyal a bit. He may try to pressurize the expansion and not even go to check on those workshops. And there is a third... No, that's an Arcane Wall. Sorry, that's not a third workshop. An Arcane Wall over here got taken out. A Mountain King being pressurized. That nuke is going to be deadly on the Mountain King. Potion invulnerability. But now that leaves the nuke vulnerable for the Archmage. Priest pressuring away the Death Knight! Death Knight! Death Knight! Death Knight just cloaked! Whoa! Death Knight cloaked itself to safety. That's a new one. You don't really see that being used too much, but this is a big risk, by the way. Cloaking at below 100 HP is a super risk, because by the time you're trying to cloak yourself, a lot of your enemy's damage will reach you, and that's some amazing play there by Priest. Priest using a Staff of Sanctuary, but no! He just lost his Archmage. Some knights coming into the battlefield now, and Death Knight getting taken out, and yeah, this is what I said earlier. If you're trying to shadow melt your hero and try to save him below 100 HP, this is something that can likely happen, and that can likely happen real easily. It appears that Priest just broke upkeep, not going to be gaining the 20 gold per second with 2 expansions, and going to be gaining only 14. So you gotta be careful with that stuff. So we have a disengage event. lilyal gonna go back to his base, perhaps? No! lilyal just gonna go towards the tower and pick the Death Knight back up. He's gonna go to the shop, perhaps buy in some items, and I'm playing this one since a long time. Should play this one now. There we go. lilyal seems to be in the driver's seat right now. Priest, without the first hero, he's gonna be staggering for a bit. Now the thing is that Priest didn't make any siege weaponry till now. He didn't make any siege engines yet. He just went for his third hero and just spent most of his resources trying to defend his base and trying to get an army trying to defend the base. It's what I would like to exaggerate on. Trying to get some damage onto those onto those fiends. One getting burrowed. Now this is the thing for Priest. Now Priest may want to get... Oh no! The Mountain King just taken out. Nuke combination. Deadly nuke of the Undead. You can't afford to do this though. You can't afford to do this. You can't afford to lose your heroes. What you really need is start producing them tanks and send them across to the enemy base. You need to make like 5 of them, and lilyal staying on this particular location for a long time, battling or non-battling. He has no idea of those workshops, but he did see the flying machine, so he does know at least he does know at least that there is workshop. The workshops are definitely made. Archmage is back, but the Mountain King is still dead. So lilyal didn't go for any destroyers just yet, it appears, because of the flying gyrocopters. They're gonna be making short work of the destroyers, and there's a lot of damage on the fiends over there. Those knights coming in with plus attack damage, attack upgrades, and apart from that, the new upgrade that got introduced in one of the recent patches about a year ago. Which wasn't really a part of the game. Yeah, it's a new one, so I don't really know the name of that. Maybe somebody in the comments maybe want to tell me that later on. We got Priest leaving behind Paladin to creep out this location. Gonna be getting the Paladin to level 3 at least over here, I believe. Is the Paladin gonna be level 3? Almost. Yes, Paladin is level 3. And Priest right now has 2 Staff of Sanctuaries, one on the Paladin and one on the Archmage, so he can play a pretty heavy, you know, Knight Elf Staff of Preservation type game in this one. He's gonna leave behind the Mountain King to creep over here, it appears, because the Paladin got to level 3, but the Mountain King is still staggering at level 2. Good choice. Level 3 on the Mountain King, there we go. What are the items? And ooh! Cloak of Flames. Pretty decent item, I would say.
The town is under siege.
Uh-oh, we got lilyal attacking Priest's base. He's gonna go right after those towers, which are still being upgraded. Priest going to go right after them fiends, and that's some heavy damage with those knights. Knights are dealing some good amount of damage there. Priest will not be able, lilyal will not be able to heal away those fiends using his death coil. But what he can do and what he will try to do is try to focus down the Archmage. There goes the Holy Light. Priest giving the undead a taste of his own medicine by holy lighting and healing away his units. It appears that Priest's plan was never to go for siege engines, which I may be wrong. He may wanted to go for siege engines, but then transitioned or just chose to go for gyrocopters and knights, because that's a pretty good thing as well. If you have knights and you have a lot of gyros, if you have the gyros, the undead player will be risking whenever he goes for destroyers, because gyrocopters can basically eat up any kind of aerial army when they are a mass and in a good number. Priest right now having an army of 73, and lilyal is staggering with an army of 38. I mean, there should be no question on who's gonna win, and there we go, the GG. So this game goes to Priests. Hope you guys enjoyed this wonderful game. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. And what am I gonna do now is the question. Am I gonna cast more games, or am I gonna start the game night? I'm gonna have to check on my place. What about you guys on the stream? Are you guys up for some games? Anyways, should end this commentary and this video here right now. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I shall see you in the next one, I guess. Yep, the remote bugs out a lot. Okay. Thankfully it didn't bug out during the tournament a day ago. Alrighty. GG says GB. Hey GB, good to see you.